Coming down into a high push-up position, step the right foot back, the left foot back, and come into downward facing dog. Just nice and easy through here. Bring your feet together, pressing through one heel, bringing the other heel up, bobbing the heels, pressing through both legs. Keep the breath going. Try not to hold the breath. And come back into a standing position at the top of the mat, feet together. We're going to do one half round of Surya Namaskar. Inhale, arms straight overhead, gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold, hands next to the feet. Bend the knees if you need to. Taking it nice and slow through here. Breathe nice and long. Inhale, send the right leg back behind you, releasing the right knee and releasing the right foot, looking forward. We'll take a few breaths in this position. Pulling the belly towards the spine. Exhale, send that left leg back into high plank. Drop the knees, the thighs, the belly, the forehead, and then lift the hips up, coming into Shishtang Namaskarasana. Release the hips down, release the feet. Press up into Cobra. You don't have to press all the way up. Stay within your comfort. Then push back into Parvatasana or downward facing dog with the feet together. Inhale the right leg forward, releasing the left knee, releasing the left toe. Just a few breaths here. Exhale, bring that left leg forward to meet the right, back into that forward fold position. Do your best here to release the back of the neck so that head comes nice and close to the shins. Scroll the spine up, coming back into a standing position at the top of the mat. Go ahead and shake out the legs if you need to. Coming into Surya Namaskar Vinyasa A. Inhale the arms straight overhead, no back bend. Exhale, keep the spine straight as you forward fold, chin to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, send the head far forward. Exhale, come back into high plank. Lower down into your Chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog, releasing the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog, looking in between the feet and then up towards the navel. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3 and 4 and 5. Inhale, step the right foot forward, left foot forward, come back into the half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, scroll the spine up straight overhead, arms lift. And bring the hands back down into prayer. Inhale, arms up for one more round. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Come onto the fingertips. Exhale, step the right foot back, the left foot back. Come into your high push-up, low push-up. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Let's work through the legs just a little bit more. It's a free flow. Back and forth through the feet. Feel into the hips. Keep your breath going here. Good. Press both those heels back down, feet together. Bring the right leg forward, the left leg forward. Come back into that halfway lift. Exhale down into that forward fold. Scrolling the spine up, arms lift straight at the top. And down. Inhale, arms lift straight overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right foot back, the left foot back, coming into high plank. Dropping the knees, dropping the chest this time. Inhaling into upward facing dog. This is a modification. Exhale into downward facing dog. Bring the feet together. Raise the right leg straight overhead, and if you want, you can raise that left heel up to get a little bit more length into the back of the legs. And drop that right leg down. Let's switch sides. Let's bring that left leg up to the ceiling. You can raise that right heel if you wish. And down. Let's bring that right leg up one more time. And down. Let's bring that left leg up. And down. Coming back into the half lift. Exhale into your forward fold. And scroll the spine up. Arms lift straight overhead. And down. Samastitihi. Bring the hands to the waist. Open up the feet 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Exhale, forward fold. Release the hands to the big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop down, looking behind you. And as you're here, breathe long and deep, bringing the weight forward to the balls of the feet. Good. And release. Step the right foot back, the left foot back. Drop the knees if you wish. We're going to do some modified push-ups here. Down and up. And 2. And 3, and 4, and 5. Releasing the thighs down, pressing all the way through, releasing that lower back. Exhale, bring the hips up and back, come into downward facing dog with the feet together. Inhale the right leg forward, releasing the left knee, left toes behind you, coming into our single leg lunge. Interlock those fingers, bring it just over the right knee. Inhale, exhale. Reach around with the left hand, bring that left lower heel to the glute. See if you can grab hold of that lower left leg. Keeping the right elbow on the knee, holding here for just a moment. Now release that left arm to the inside of the right foot. Reach around with the right arm and grab that same heel. Same top of the foot just to get into the tops of those legs, opening up through the hip. Let's come back into our high plank and switch sides through here. Interlock the fingers over that top knee, releasing the hips down, working into those hip flexors, the top of the leg. This time you can take a modification here. You can always bring that hand down if you don't feel supported. Left elbow to the knee, holding that right foot in, releasing and switching sides. We're moving a little quickly through here. That's okay. Breathing into the top of that right leg. Exhale, left leg back, release the knees. Come all the way down to the chest. Pressing into upward facing. Exhale into downward facing dog. Let's bring the feet together through here. And let's lower all the way from a high plank all the way down to the chest. Let's warm up the lower back just a little bit. Let's do some cobra push-ups. And up 1. And down, up 2, down, up a little higher each time. 3, use those spinal muscles. Try not to use too much through the hands. 4, and press all the way up for a full extension through here. If it's a little too much, you can walk the hands out and breathe into that lower abdomen just to open up the front line of the body. Down. Reaching the right arm back, the left arm back, grabbing the fronts of the ankles. Exhale. Inhale, lift for bow pose, Dhanurasana. Try flexing the feet, whatever works best for you here. And release. Press back into child's pose. Just rest a little bit here. From all that back work, you should really allow that lower back to release here in child's pose. Coming up, let's come into kneeling twist to the right. And to the left. And let's go ahead and sit forward. Coming down onto your seat, extend the arms straight overhead, reach for the feet, and exhale, drop the top of your head towards the toes. If you feel like you're rounding out a little too much, go ahead and bend the knees. It's completely fine. Likewise, if you feel like you want to extend yourself a little bit, reach for the bottoms of the feet. And inhale, coming all the way up. Let's work our way into reverse plank. Step the hands back 1 foot from the hips, and then drive those hips up towards the ceiling. Reverse plank here. Hold. Inhale, exhale. And release down. Bring both the bottoms of the feet together for butterfly, bound angle. Drop the top of the head towards the toes here. You can round out through the back, working a little into the hips. And inhale, coming all the way back up. Releasing the legs back to the front. Bring the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Place the right arm down behind you and bring that left arm up and to the outside of that left thigh, looking over your right shoulder for seated twist. Holding here for 5 breaths. And release. Let's switch sides. Bringing the left foot to the outside of the right extended leg. And that right arm to the outside of the left thigh. Looking over the left shoulder here. Releasing the legs back. Let's go into resting eagle. Let's bring the right leg over the left, binding the legs and dropping the knees over to that left side. Looking over your right shoulder. Breathe into that lower back. Inhale, bring the legs back up to the center and switch sides. Eagle bind the legs, top knee over to the right side, looking over our left shoulder. And when you do this, try to keep that extended arm on the opposite side, palm facing the ceiling. That'll help open up the shoulder. And inhale back to the center. Release the right leg to the right side, the left leg to the left side. Come into final resting. Just a few moments here. Coming back, let's bring the right arm to the right ear, rolling gently to your right side. Bring yourself into an upright seated position. Cross the legs in whatever variation you wish. Sit tall. I'm going to do a little bit of skull cleansing through here, so rapid breathing in and out through the nose. Count to 20 through here. And on your final 20th breath, inhale deeply and hold it up into the head. Hold it in as long as you're comfortable. And slowly, gently lift the head and release the breath. Feel the sensations and have a